I want to talk to you about GUD Capital. And if you're looking for a business loan or business line of credit or a bridge loan for your business, or even if you're looking for a merchant cash advance, you can actually find a loan actually at GUD Capital. Okay, so if you think about GUD Capital, I want you to think about a commercial loan marketplace. So this is a marketplace where you go and get business loans, and so GUD Capital is not a direct lender. There are a very few transactions where there will actually be a lender, either directly or let's say as part of a syndicate. But their business model is actually based on being a provider of marketplace. So they have marketplace conditions. Okay, so the company's team of brokers works with a network of over 4,000 lenders who actually service loans for small and mid-sized businesses as well as large enterprises. So GUD Capital is actually way bigger than, let's say, Lendio or even Clarify Capital. This is a more of a commercial loan marketplace that has about 4,000 to 4,500 lenders. Okay, so you have a large loan, like a large lender marketplace. So this is really good. This means what? This means that no matter what your credit score is, no matter what your niche, no matter what the niche you're in, you could find a lender that will agree to service your loan through GUD Capital. Also, the company has been around for more than 10 years. So they actually started in 2012. So this is really good. They've been around for quite some time now. And also, they work with traditional and alternative lenders, okay? But they do not actually work, like they do not give you a loan. Like if you want a large loan amount, you can't get it through GUD Capital. They give you a maximum of $20 million, which is still a lot already, okay? But if you're looking for something above that, you're not going to find GUD Capital work for you. So 5,000 to $20 million. So let me really break it down for you. If you are looking for a business loan through GUD Capital, you need to understand that they have term loans, they have lines of credit, they have SBA loans, they have asset-based loans, they have bridge loans, they have mid-prime alternative loans. Okay, I'll explain what that is because a lot of folks don't understand what mid-prime alternative loans really are. So term loans, those are pretty straightforward. You have $5,000 to $5 million. The repayment windows around 1 to 25 years, and the rates go from 5% to 15%. So pretty straightforward. You also have lines of credit, same thing, 5,000 to $5 million, 1 to 2 years in terms of repayment window, and the rates actually go from 6% to 25%. And in terms of funding time, you can be funded within 30 days. So it takes longer to be funded through GUD Capital, but at least you'll be funded. Okay. If you want a larger loan amount, let's say think about SBA loans. Here you have a repayment term that goes from 3 to 20 years, and the rates for SBA loans are relatively lower because this is a government-backed loan, right? So the SBA partially backs the loans, so you can actually get anywhere from 5 to 8%. You also have asset-based loans. So asset-based loans, you can actually get you can repay the loan from 6 months to 3 years. And in terms of loan amounts, it really depends on the assets. Okay, so this is a collateralized loan, so it really depends on the assets. And there are many forms of assets-based lending available. You have term loans and lines of credit, equipment financing. You have also invoice or accounts receivable factoring. You have commercial or investment real estate loans. You have inventory loans. You have merchant cash advances. And you also have, in some cases, ACH loans. So you can see that those are mostly transactional related loans. So this is something that you need to keep in mind. You also have bridge loans. So bridge loans actually will net you anywhere from 5,000 to $10 million, and the repayment terms you're looking at 1 to 12 months, and the rates go from 8% to 20%, and the funding time 3 to 10 days. Okay, so just think about bridge loans as various short-term financing structures designed to fund quickly. Okay, while waiting for longer-term financing. So the cool thing is you can use bridge loans for a wide variety of purposes. It really depends on the sector you're in. It depends on the needs, your company's needs. It depends also on your past borrowing history. Okay. So you also have mid-prime alternative loans. Here you're looking at loan amounts that go from 10,000 all the way to $500,000. So mid-prime alternative loans rates go from 7% to 25%, and the repayment window goes from 6 months to 5 years. So you can see that for mid-prime alternative loans, you're not going to get a longer repayment window. You're not getting 10 years. Okay, you're getting maximum 5 years. But this is really cool anyway. I mean, those mid-prime alternative loans. They refer to financing programs from non-traditional lenders, primarily online lenders. So basically, if you think about the mid-prime alternative loans, you want to think about quick and easy application, lower qualifications, and also fast funding times. Okay, this is kind of cool. And what about do you also have MCA, merchant cash advance? So here you are looking at 5,000 to $2 million, and 3 to 24 months of repayment window, and the factor rates rather, factor rates go from 1.16 to 1.5. So this is really cool. You have equipment financing. Equipment financing, really, you're looking at 1 to 25 years. The loan amounts will depend on the value of the equipment. Rates go from 5 to 15%, and you also have invoice factoring. So here you have 70 to 92% of the invoice value. The rates are actually a 1 to 3% of the invoice value per invoice period. So what are the qualifications for GUD Capital? If you're considering GUD Capital this year, what kind of qualifications can you think about? Well, first of all, it's important to understand that the qualifications depend on the specific loan type that you want to go for. If you go for a business term loan, the qualifications are not the same thing as if you were to go for, say, a bridge loan, or you are looking for equipment financing. So the criteria are different depending on the loan that you want. Okay. And one thing I also want to say is that overall, good capital can accept anything like as low as 550, 500 to 550. They will take it. They will take that. Not a problem. So this is kind of cool because it just means that even if you have a bad credit, you can still qualify for good capital. Okay. Also, one thing I also want to say is that besides the credit score, you can also you have to also be in operation for at least 3 months. 3 months. So even if you are a startup, you can still qualify. So 3 months you have to be in operation. If you are going to apply, just make sure that you have your paperwork ready. If you are a startup and you don't have actual revenue numbers, just prepare a pro forma. You want to prepare your projected numbers, and some lenders will accept it. Okay, like I said, you have a network of 4,000 business lenders. So there is one lender that will accept whatever paperwork you want to provide. Okay, so just have something. Okay, don't just go with no paperwork. And also, you have to understand that the more established your business is, and the higher the revenue, the more financing options are available. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you may not qualify for financing, depending on like the newness of your business. You can still be funded. So how do you apply to GUD Capital this year? So you want to complete the online form. Again, like I said, this is a marketplace. So you're not actually applying to a specific lender. Your application will be dispatched to a lender of 4,000 to 4,500 business lenders. Okay. So you just need, let's say, you just need to provide your name, your first name, last name, your company name, okay, your personal and business contact information, your industry, your annual revenue, your FICO score range. I mean, they want you to have like provide the best estimate of your FICO score, and you also need to provide how much you need. Okay, so and then the use of loan proceeds. What do you need the cash for? So is it for working capital? Is it for inventory? Is it for payroll? Is it for whatever it is? You have to say it, okay? And you also need to put the timeline for funding. So basically, how fast do you want to be funded? Because remember, they will dispatch your loan application to a very vast network. So some lenders are slow, some lenders are fast. So if you want fast funding, for instance, then GUD Capital is going to dispatch your loan to those lenders who are interested in that kind of loan applications. Okay, so so once you complete the online form, you need to speak to a GUD Capital loan broker. You also need to complete the application. So once the loan broker explains things to you, you have to provide whatever paperwork they're asking for to sort of finalize the loan application. Because remember, depending on the lender who's interested in your loan, you might actually have to provide extra documentation, such as personal and business tax returns, personal and business financial statements, schedules of liabilities, for instance. You might also have to provide AR and AP agent schedules, list of collateral and appraisals, and also if you're looking for equipment financing, you might have to provide the vendor invoice so that the lender knows, okay, you're really for real. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of GUD Capital this year? What can you learn? So one thing I want to say here is that the first advantage is that you have a lender network. You have a lender marketplace. Okay, think about it. You have more than 4,000 lenders. You have over 12,000 funding programs available. Okay, so that just tells you that you will find something that really works for you. You also have a network that has a massive range of options, from term loans to equipment financing to bridge loans to SBA loans, right? So that just means that whatever you're looking for, you will find it. You will find it. And so this marketplace primarily works with local and community banks, credit unions, online lenders, and this variety helps keeps costs down, and a potential borrower can start the process with a convenient online application, right? So this is really good, and the company's team of brokers can help you determine the best financing type for your business, including tailored programs. So what are the disadvantages of GUD Capital here? Well, basically there is a lack of information, so it's not really transparent, and you don't really have a clear idea about the funding options or even the post funding process. Okay, so you're not going to know anything until you apply for real. Once you apply, that's when you'll get all the info. You have to talk to someone, so there's no way to do some kind of a how do I call it, preliminary analysis. Okay, so this lack of transparency can be really problematic. You also have to understand that if the company doesn't receive a referral fee from the lender, you will get charged a 1 to 2% fee. And so this is what it is. And what are the pros and cons here? If you think about this company, the pros: large range of funding options with over 4,000 lenders. Most lenders are small community banks. Okay. You have a convenient online application to actually start the process. That's really cool. You also have the fact that you have the possibility. Sorry about that. So you have the possibility to actually have a convenient online application to to start the process, and you also have the possibility to know exactly what works for you. Like once you talk to a loan rep, you can decide whether or not you want to proceed. So this is really good. On the flip side, if you think about GUD Capital, you have the number of options can be overwhelming, especially if you're just looking for a small loan amount. If you have so much loans to decide, that can be really problematic. It can be really discouraging. Okay, so something to really think about. And you can actually you do have a long funding times for most products, so this is something to really think about. And this could be again discouraging depending on how fast you want to be funded. So if you think about GUD Capital this year, you need to understand that GUD Capital is definitely legit. Okay, should you go with GUD Capital? I'll say yes. I definitely recommend this business. Okay, they've been around for a while now, and this is a legit company. Okay, and they've been around for more than 10 years, and they're safe too. Your data is safe. Okay, they actually employ safe security protocols to handle business data, but also personal data. So you can be sure that your data is in good hands. Okay. And what I want to say here also is that GUD Capital remains a marketplace. So this is not a direct lender. This is a legitimate business loan brokerage. Okay. This is kind of important. And if for any reason you do not get approved through GUD Capital, you also have the possibility to apply directly with other loan marketplaces or even direct lenders, depending on the specifics that you want for your loan. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that the to increase your chances of being approved, make sure that you are clear as to what kind of loans you're looking for, because GUD Capital has multiple loans, multiple loan options, from business term loans to business lines of credit, and you want to make sure that you are getting exactly the right loan program. Okay, and but if they deny you, just make sure that you go to maybe lend you, or you can go to Clarify Capital, or you can actually wait a little bit too. I mean, maybe the economy is bad, or maybe lenders are really are rare nowadays. So you might want to wait maybe 1 or 2 or 3 months for things to change a little bit before you actually apply. So that's important. And also, what I want to say is that you can also think about using your credit cards. If you have a business credit card, maybe think about buying stuff with a business credit card as opposed to using cash. This is also a possibility, especially if you are trying to save time. Okay, so this is an important element to keep in mind, and that this will give you a more option in the long run. In closing to this conversation, I spoke to you about GUD Capital. I told you what the company is all about, what types of loans they offer, what are the qualifications, the pros and cons, and finally the closing. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.